Hello, I'm Mel Croucher and I'm the creator of Jeeni and founding director of the company Jeeni Limited. Right then, this question and answer session should run to a very simple format. Basically, you ask me a question and I answer it. I've got a list of some names here, so please be gentle with me. Here we go. The first question is from Lee Scott, who is an accountant. Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee Scott. I'm a local Portsmouth-based accountant, helping many local businesses in Portsmouth area, including and especially startups, which we have quite a large group of them in Portsmouth currently. I have some questions regarding Jeeni, and just like to just get some answers if I could before I decide to invest. How and why did you get started? What got you first into it? What made you want to go down into this particular area and offer this particular service? You say you're planned to exit after 4 years. How can you be sure that your growth for your shareholder investors?
There's two questions there. What was my motivation in creating Jeeni, and what's the path towards exit after year 4? So what you want to know is, how did it all start and how does it all end, right? Right. I used to have a great job. My job was to build fan bases for superstars like Prince, Eminem, Michael Jackson, Sister, Van Morrison, U2, all that lot. And the reason I got paid to do that was because the superstars were fed up getting ripped off. What they asked me to do was to put them in direct contact with their fans so they could cut out all the middlemen and agencies, cut out the parasites, cut out the leeches in order to sell stuff direct to their fans. So I made my databases smart, put them to work, and my team built up a lot of experience, a lot of expertise. And then I figured out that seeing as I could already identify large numbers of music lovers of different types, I could point them at undiscovered artists simply by profiling them and rewarding them if they pressed a button. Let me boil that down. I was already having success building fan bases for direct sales for established stars, in which case I could do exactly the same for new talent. All I had to do was bide my time and wait about 20 years for the rest of the world to catch up with me, basically for music subscription services to catch on. Okay, that's how it all started. How do we head towards a successful exit? Okay. Our exit strategy has been built into the Jeeni business model since day one, really. It's all planned and handled by my US managing director, Kelly Richards. Kelly's got an amazing track record on this sort of thing. I've been working with Kelly for 20 years. She was responsible for Apple's music and entertainment strategies. She personally was mentored by Steve Jobs. She was A&R executive at EMI. She's a governor, a member of the Grammys. And like me, Kelly has spent most of her career helping to unlock the value of new technology and new revenue streams for artists and for fans. We want to maximize the returns for our shareholders as soon as possible. Of course we do. My team, as I said, is very experienced. Most of us have run healthy companies, we've handled big budgets, we've had some pretty good successes, and what we've achieved, it's all in the public record. Our return on investment policy is based on 50% retained within Jeeni for capital requirements and to support our cash flow, and 50% dividends are paid out as and when appropriate to maximize shareholder returns. We're 2 years into the project. The industry projection is for continued growth, good growth, over the next 4 years, and that's unaffected by the pandemic. So over the next 2 years, we build up a very large, diverse, unique roster of new talent. We build up the biggest audience possible for them. We build up our strategic alliances and partnerships globally. We improve the Jeeni platform. Vitally, we make our database and IP an invaluable asset to potential buyers. And we exit. That's it. Lee, thank you, Lee. Two simple questions. I've taken much too long to answer them, so sorry to be verbose. Right. Next up, we have Bobby Camaris, who is in Los Angeles. Bobby, hello.
Hey everyone, I'm Bobby Camaris, and I actually run a company in an adjacent space, helping independent artists get access to funding from their fans and investors. And I came across Jeeni, and I what you guys have done in the crowdfunding space and just in launching your product has been very incredible, actually. And I've read a lot about your marketing history, and I was wondering if you could explain a little bit more about the viral marketing concept, of what your approach has been. And I'm curious if Jeeni has really spent anything on traditional media and kind of what the approach to marketing has been.
The history books say I invented something they now call viral marketing about 25 years ago. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I came up with a simple system based on fun and greed. It was a system to reward existing users for recruiting new users. And all I ask in exchange for this reward was their email address and the email address of anyone and everyone they could recruit as a new user. Got it? I built some big databases for my clients. I did the video game campaign for Duracell, for example, where we shoved virtual batteries up the virtual asses of virtual pink bunnies, and that hauled in 300,000 users to the Duracell database. I did the Take a Break campaign for Nestle Kit Kat, the one that ground offices to a halt all over the planet. I did a quite famous screen campaign for a well-known producer of drinks. And according to those history books, that one hauled in 5 million students from all over the world to the marketing database. So my point is that traditional media marketing is no use to me because it doesn't put me in direct contact with my target audience. Around 15 years ago, I shifted my targets to music fans on behalf of my clients in the music industry, as I explained to our first caller. And I realized I could use my methodology for undiscovered independent talent. And that was the birth of Jeeni. Is Jeeni spending anything on traditional media, is the question. In a word, no. In my opinion, brands that pay Google for AdWords and search engine listings and Facebook boosts and YouTube placements, they are bonkers. The return on investment is pitiful. There's no way to connect with the end user. The same goes for bribing influencers to plug your brand. Remember John Wanamaker, the most famous marketing quote of all time. And he said, "Half the money I spend on advertising is wasted, but I don't know which half." So my answer is not to spend anything on advertising at all. It costs nothing to get end users to advertise your brand for you, except a reward of, say, $5 to gain a new user worth, say, $10. I think you've got a follow-up question, Bobby. Yep.
And also, if you have so many music celebrities as Jeeni ambassadors, you know, I'm just curious kind of why you're bothering with the CrowdCube side in crowdfunding, and you know, why not kind of pursue the different music celebrities as investors, or is that the case? You know, I'm curious, are some of these celebrities and ambassadors actual investors in the company? Because I know that's a very big trend we've seen with a few other entertainment type startups where their ambassadors and celebrities have participated in their pre-seed or seed round.
Great question, and it's one I get asked a lot. And the answer is it's simple. Including this funding round, we've still only given away around 10% equity to come as far as we have, which I think is pretty good. We want to keep our independence, and we don't want to be influenced or under pressure from vested interests or management companies or rampant egos. Not that all our celebrity ambassadors have got rampant egos, not all of them. So maybe your question should be, what do our celebrity ambassadors get out of it? So reverse the question. On the reverse side, they can use Jeeni for masterclasses, obviously for selling their stuff direct, just like all my celebrity clients over the past 20 years. On the spiritual side, they've made it to the top, and now they've chosen to give something back to the next generation. So good for them. And you ask about CrowdCube. I'll tell you why we're bothering with them, and with Seed Legals and Virgin Startup and the other platforms we've used to help us. It's because they all do massive due diligence checks on everything we claim, everything we propose. So we use them as a reality check. No, we use them as a sanity check. And we use them to check out our business plan. I mean, really check it out. And it doesn't cost us anything. Okay? That's why. Thank you, Bobby. Anything else before we move on?
So could you tell us a little bit more about the merchandising products that you guys are offering for the crowdfunding round, and kind of why anyone would want to really buy those?
Ouch. Whew. Why would anyone want to buy our merchandise? I think you've been looking at our Jeeni branded t-shirts and coffee mugs and shower curtains and 100 other lines. And yes, you're probably right. Why would anyone get out of their way to buy something with a Jeeni logo on it and a slogan, I am a genius? In effect, they're giveaways, okay? They're modest bribes to get people to earn rewards. All Jeeni users are rewarded for everything they do, like play a video or vote a video up the charts. Everything you do on Jeeni racks up rewards in terms of real money, right? And Jeeni members can redeem their rewards against Jeeni merchandise. So we've launched a range of cheap and cheerful stuff as giveaways. We cover our costs twice over with our reward system. As I said before, $1 out in exchange for $2 in, member get member. That's all. What you haven't seen is our customized branded hardware, because we're not launching that until the pre-Christmas season this year. We've got a really strong relationship with our partners, Chill Blast. Chill Blast are the UK's top award-winning manufacturers of games machines and computers for the audio-video market. And the Jeeni range of hardware with them goes from $250 for a pretty cutesy laptop, all the way up to $2,000 for a pro videographer and musician's model. Jeeni will carry no stock, no fulfillment, no risk. Everything will be fulfilled by our partners. We simply act as a conduit to our artists and take our commission. Okay, Bobby? I'd better move on now to Andrea Harding. Andrea, hello.
Hi, my name's Andy Harding. I work in social media. I have a few questions, if that's okay. My first one is, I am an existing investor, for example, £1,000. How much more do I need to invest so that my investment isn't diluted as the company grows?
Well, there are two types of dilution. I'm sure you're aware. There's arithmetic dilution, which is what we're doing right now, and that's fine. And there's economic dilution, which is not fine at all, and we're definitely not doing that. The story so far in round figures is in our first Crowdcube round, Jeeni was valued at £2.4 million, and we raised 100,000 quid for 4% equity. The value of one Jeeni share was 68 pence. All right. Now Jeeni is valued at £4 million. So far we've raised over 100,000 for 2.5 equity, 110,000 I think, for 2.5% equity. The value of one Jeeni share is up at £1.03. So if you're an existing investor, the value of your holding hasn't been diluted at all. It's gone up. What we're doing in this round is offering existing investors the right to invest again, so you can maintain your investment percentage if that's what you want. Obviously, I'd love you to increase your holding, but if you originally invested £1,000, then your stake's more valuable than it was. It's now valued at something like 1,500. Okay. You have a follow-up question, Andrea. Hello? No, Andrea. In which case, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to the Jeeni head of security. See him? Rufus the dog. Rufus. No, you can't see him. Okay. He's taking a well-earned break from guard duty. We have a question from someone in Portugal, I think. Hello. What would you like to ask me?
Okay. So hi. My name is Tiago Loureiro. I'm currently in Portugal, and I'm, among many things, a musician. Yeah, I'm very glad to be aboard Jeeni. So far, I've been using mostly the internet to promote my work as a musician. Okay, what's the impact of COVID-19 on Jeeni, and how did it change the business perspective you have on the platform?
What is the impact of COVID-19 on Jeeni? Wow. To be honest, I really don't know how it's going to pan out. I don't think anyone does. I don't think anyone can. I can tell you what's happened so far, though. Even before lockdown, we knew this was a total disaster for artists and musicians. No festivals, no theatres, no live venues, but we could react fast. We did. Everyone here involved, we held a meeting. We consulted our lead investors, and we all agreed to do what we can to help. And we changed Jeeni overnight to an open platform, a free platform, and we got inundated. Of course, we did. At one point, up to 1,000 new performances a day. So to enjoy a free subscription, they still have to sign up and supply their credit card details, all the rest, for when subscriptions revert to being paid for. And the marketing campaign for that begins on September the 1st. Right now we have just over 28,000 artists. We just signed agreements to boost the fan base on both sides of the Atlantic. But the impact of COVID on Jeeni is going to be permanent. Of course it is. Of course it is. Subscriptions to on-demand services are already growing faster than predicted globally. Home-based entertainment is going to grow even faster. Stream concerts and performances are the new normal. Obviously, we're looking at virtual festivals. So I believe that Jeeni is needed now more than ever, much more, much more. I'll tell you what the other impact has been. It's all those lockdown songs. I mean, masses of them. Funny ones and miserable ones and angry ones, and some really brilliant ones. And suddenly, more bands and orchestras and choirs are using Zoom, which means they can be anywhere in the world, and so can their audience. So, yep, my original vision for Jeeni has been affected by this horrible pandemic. I think demand for Jeeni will be much greater than before, but we're not changing our ethics or our philosophy. So no adverts, no hype, no fakes, no rip-offs. All right, we've been going for a while now. I'm inclined on that note to leave this session here. Thank you. Thank you to our questioners, to our investors. Thank you to our followers. I hope it's been a useful session. I'll upload it to our Crowdcube pitch and of course to Jeeni, our social media. You're very welcome to ask any more questions on the discussion page of the Jeeni pitch on Crowdcube. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. If I press the right button, I will leave you with the latest Jeeni promo in an unashamed attempt to get you to invest in a slice of Jeeni before the round closes in a few days' time. Thank you.
Always buried in your phone. When I see you in the crowd or you're walking all alone, Bluetooth headset attached to your ear. Looks like a hearing aid. I say hello but you don't hear. Try to catch your eye but you're always looking down. You could cause an accident but would not recognize the sound. You sway with indiscretion, move with bad intentions. Put down your phone, try something new.